Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Hello, everyone. Are you excited about today or what? It's Wednesday. It's Wise Women's Wednesday. I see Lucy and Patsy and June and Kathy and Lizzie. How fun is that? Listen, we're all about the little hinges this week because one of my favorite quotes is little hinges swing big doors. And I've been thinking about that, marinating on that particular quote. Do you do that sometimes? I bet you do too. Hi, Flynn. I'm glad you're here. And this one, I'm going to tell you, this is an under the radar kind of a thing. This is something that you're going to go, yeah. But I'm going to tell you right now. Can I get a pinkies up on this? Can I ask you to put your yeahs away, your yeah buts away? Everyone, put them down, put them away. Because what I'm about to tell you, what I'm going to be about to talk to you about is from one of the chapters in my brand new book. And this is a definite needle mover. It changes your health. It changes your well-being. It changes the way you think about yourself, the way you think about others. It does shift your thinking. It changes your body. It changes your hormones. This is a big deal. You ready for this? Hey, Steph, I'm glad you're here. Yep, Helen's in the house as well. Yeah, we're pinkies up on this one because this is a flippin' big deal. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say for right now. So do I have y'all excited about it? I sure hope so. Hi, Diane. I'm so glad to see you. Hot Melt 30 all the way. Hashtag, baby. Hot Melt 30. How are you doing? I just took new pictures and compared them to my old pictures, and I was pretty pleased with myself. And I said I wasn't going to weigh. I got on the scale, and guess what? I'm the same. I am the same. I have not moved, but the pictures are so much different. That's interesting. There's my girl, Angie. Yahoo. Noreen's in the house. Patsy's in the house. Yeah, I can't wait for the new book either. I mean, we're this close till we sent. It's already been edited mostly, like let's say 90%. Jenny has eyeballs of steel. She can see anything. She's like the best editor. So she's all over that. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jeanette. So glad you're here. Carla's in the house. Lily too. Yay. So anyway, the book is on the way. Excuse me. Oh, I love my hot milk mix. You will have it though. You will have it this summer. That's what we're going to do. Joanne's here. Hi, Carla. Carla's back in Kentucky. She was around our area, but she was all over hiking the backwoods and doing all the things. So exciting. I love it. Here is our quote of the week. Get ready for the mic drop. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Do you like that? I have all the sound effects to go with that. You know why? Because this is just a jaw dropper to me. The judgment's telling you that there's something more important than fear. What if we connected those dots, you know? What if we stopping just right there on the fear and instead say, oh, this is a yellow flashing light, that there's something more important than fear. I want you to think about that. Hey, Tammy, glad you're here. Jackie's in the house. So's Mary Ann, and so's Margaret. Love seeing all of you lovelies coming on in. Now, today's a big day. So I want those of you who are note takers, this little hinge is a good one for you. Hi, Tammy. I haven't seen you in a long time. We got two Tammys in the house. Different spellings, but nonetheless, spelled the same, right? So we're going to go through this. I have so many notes for you. Some of this is from the chapter of my new book, and a lot of it is going to just be stuff that makes you go, whoa, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's that significant. Juanita's here. So first of all, don't forget that on Friday, we always have Q&A. There's Julie. Q&A is where you can ask me any question. It can go food, nutrition, cooking. How do you do your hair like this? Isn't this magnificent? This is a mess. Vanessa's not here to ask me how I did it, but hey, I'll tell you how I did it. This is workout hair. That's what this is. So anyway, if you send your questions into support@savingdinner.com, put question for Leanne on Friday. Nothing's off limits, just about, and I will get it answered. How's that? Deal? So do that. Number 2, we have tools for you to help you set your environment up for success. And I'm going to tell you what, you will never hear me stop talking about that because it is such a game changer. It changes the way you think because it has a constant effect of just being around you. That's it. 100%. That's the way it works. So you can find all of our tools at savingdinner.com/tools. Click on each one of them. You're going to find out about our journal. That's what this looks like. And when you're writing down your goals every single day, and believe me, that shouldn't overwhelm you. There's 3. And I teach you how to do that. And we give you this training and everything for it. You'll find out all about how to take back your life in 12 weeks. I know it sounds really ridiculous. Doesn't it sound like some kind of, schmucky late night thing? Take back your life in just 12 weeks. Well, there's a way to do it. And I'm going to show you exactly how. You can go to savingdinner.com/tools to see the journal. There's a link there for the journal. There's a link there for the mindful mug, right? And there's a whole reason and philosophy behind it. And by the way, our supplement of the week this week is Perfect Paleo Protein. Are you getting low? If you're getting low, even if you're not getting low and you don't have our new chocolate, can I put a big plug in for this? I mean, I had it again this morning. I am not sick of it. And I have, I'm fortunate. I can do anything I want, really. The warehouse is right here, people. I have the vanilla. I used to have the vanilla all the time. And now I'm like all about the chocolate. The new chocolate formula, it is off the hook. It's ridiculously delicious. And one of the new things that I started doing, and check this one out. You guys are going to love this. Patsy says, Pinky's up. She loves the journal. I'm so glad. Yeah, she loves the journal. You know why? Patsy uses it. It's amazing what happens when you use something that's a great tool. Tools are meant to be used. Yeah, but let me just tell you about this one, right? I have been making my smoothie in the morning, and I'm using whatever recipe that comes to mind, or just going pretty simple, and taking that and using half of it to take my smoothie with, and then I'm taking some gelled chia seeds, just like I would for my pudding, and making a chia pudding with it, and then using it with a spoon. So good. So good. Joanne loves the chocolate. Yeah, this is so good. So what happens when you order this? Go to savingdinner.com/show. You also have you will get to purchase this for only $5. These sell for 10, and for good reason. Have you seen how cute they are? Now they're hand washable, but they are the most cute mugs ever. And it's not just a coffee cup. It's not just a coffee cup. This is how you changed your mind to become mindful with your eating and your food and making sure your plate looks right. There's a whole philosophy behind it. We tell you all about it. On that same link at savingdinner.com/tools, we also have our ta-da, quote decks. And these are flying off the shelf. I'm glad. You know why? So we have a new one getting ready to be printed. So if you don't have this one, go get it. Go get it. And the quote decks just keep quotes around you to keep you positive, to keep you going in the right direction. Again, these are things that have changed my life, and these are things that can change your life as well. We've just made them a little bit easier. I mean, these were discoveries made along the way, right? And now we put them all together, and here we go. So the other thing that I want to tell you is 2 things happened today that are really exciting. Number 1 is we just got the contract for our location for Full Bloom. We have it. And this is the only problem. Kathy does Kathy Bowl says that the chocolate is terrific. Thank you, Kathy. I know, isn't it delicious? It's completely different formula. They started from scratch. So it's really delicious. So here's the thing that you need to know about Full Bloom. And if you want to be a Full Bloom insider, that's what Amber's calling it, which I think is so perfect. It's true. Go to savingdinner.com/bloom. That way you'll be the first to know about the early bird tickets. We have a limited amount of early bird tickets. This is the cheapest you'll be able to get them, the absolute cheapest. And you need to be paying attention to your email when it comes in. I'll let you know when it's coming, but it's this Friday. You'll be getting an email about it. This coming Friday, isn't it? Or next Friday? I'm not sure. But it's a Friday. Give me that one, okay? Give me that part. Anyway, you need to know about this. We've got the contract. We've got the location the next Friday. Okay, thank you. Do you know what you need to know, though? This is the funny. This center that we're going to be doing this with has 2 bathrooms. So I have to figure out how are we going to make this a little bit better. 2 bathrooms. 2 bathrooms. One's a men's and one's a women's. I don't have a problem going into the men's room. We're going to put flowers in the urinal, just letting you know. So anyway, we're going to do that. We have that. I'm so excited. And we also got a great little house for Jenny and Amber and family and even the dog. And that was through a contact here in the neighborhood, which I'm thrilled about as well. That means, and Jenny, I think Jenny or Amber has the link. There's 2 cabins or 3 cabins that are really close to Cedar Mountain Community Center where we're going to be having our event that are going to be for rent. We were going to take them, but now we're not because we found this house, which is a better option for us. So you use the men's restroom at a quilt retreat? Of course we do. You know, a bathroom's a bathroom. We just deal with urinals the way we need to deal with the urinal. I'm cool with that. So we have links for those of you who are wanting to know, hey, how about some cabins? They're inexpensive, they're cute as a button, and about 10 minutes to the event. So if you are interested in that, Jenny, do you have them? Amber? I know you do. Marguerite's here. Sarah's in the house. She just got off a literal carousel at the zoo. I love it. There it is. Do you see that? Those are the cabin rentals for Full Bloom. They were just posted. They're at ash-grove.com, and there's 3 cabins there. They are available, but they're going to get snapped up quick, and they are so worth it. I mean, they're not expensive at all. Just letting you know, we're on this. Okay, so I think I've told you everything that you need to know. And now it's time to get into, there's some more. Yeah, DuPont has some. I think the cabin rentals in DuPont are a little bit more rustic. You know what I'm saying? A little more rustic. I don't know how rustic or not you want to go. Hi, Mary. Hi, Priscilla, who is also in the house. So guess what who can guess? Let me just ask this question first. Who can guess what the Little Hinge today is going to be that I told you about? I dropped a bunch of hints. Who can guess what it is? I'll wait. Did you figure it out? Anyone? I haven't seen anything yet. Okay. Oh, I know. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. Jenny knows. Of course she knows. But that's not fair, is it? Jenny. Take a seat, Jenny. Okay, so Jenny might know, but so do I, and I don't see anybody giving a guess. Nobody's giving a guess. Not a single soul. It's a bird, not Melissa. No, it's not a bird. That's not the little hinge we're looking for. Okay, you know what the little hinge is? Sleep. Yep, there it is. I'm going to put it right out there. Unglamorous, not very sexy, not fun, not the big woo. This hack will take you to the moon, Alice. Nope, not that one. This one is sleep. And I'm going to unload it. I'm going to unpack it. I'm going to give you all the details, the science behind it. And this, I'm going to tell you, if you listen up, if you take notes, if you start to understand the whys, the wherefores, and all that go along with it, it can change your life. It can change your weight loss. It can change your hormones. It can change everything. The way you feel, the way you think. Because, you know, with sleep deprivation, do you know that we act like we're drunk? Because we are. It pretty much is. I mean, if you get 4 hours or less of sleep, 5 hours or less of sleep for a few nights in a row, you will actually test on a driving test as if you were drunk. That's how much it affects you. That's how much it affects you. So I'm taking you down the yellow brick road, and we're going to go through this whole thing. You are going to hear this from me, and you guys are going to love it. Okay? Can we agree to that? Let's agree to that. Because I know I say, yes, 7 to 9 hours and this, that, and the other thing. And here's your hydration station. And don't forget to take your supplements and do this and do that. But now I'm about to unpack it all so you can see how important it really is. So there was a renowned neurologist, okay? His name is Kulrit Chaldre. He's a doctor. And he said this: timing your sleep is like timing an investment in the stock market, of all things. It doesn't matter how much you invest in it. It matters when you invest. When you invest. Okay, and why is he saying this? Because the first thing we have to understand about sleep is when you get your sleep is just as critical as getting the 7 to 9 hours that we always talk about. And you know when that is? You guys aren't going to like this. You're not going to like it, especially you night owls, between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. This is when the revitalization, the metabolic cleanup, the restoration, getting rid of the toxins, this is where it all happens. And when that happens, that's when you're getting ready. Are you ready? So that you can start to lose the weight. You can't lose weight until you've done all these first things first. So if you're staying up till 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, but you're saying, hey, buddy, I get up at 9 a.m. in the morning, or I'm still getting my 7 to 9 hours. Well, you're not getting all this. And guess what else happens during that 10 to 12? That is optimal time for your circadian rhythm. And yes, your body adjusts no matter where you are, how far from the equator you are, whatever. It's basically, give or take between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. wherever you are, right? It doesn't happen all at the same time. So you're if you're over in Oregon and you're saying, oh, but Leanne, when you're getting sleep at 10 p.m., it's 7 p.m. where I am. It adjusts to where you are, okay? But it's your circadian clock. And this is when your clock is going, okay, it's time to release the melatonin. Okay, it's time to release the human growth hormone. This is the thing that keeps you young, by the way. Human growth hormone makes you feel better. It gives you energy. It does a lot of repair work. This is the stuff that kids get. And after 35, it starts to dissipate. And this is why we start to lose energy as we get older. But if the human growth hormone is present, if we optimize the ability to be able to secrete human growth hormone, we start to feel better and we start to have more energy. And melatonin goes right along with it. Melatonin isn't just for sleep. There's also repair work that goes along with it. There's also lung function, believe it or not. They found in all the COVID research, they found that was a super helpful hormone to have. So this is hormone work we're talking about, and it's a big deal, and it means something. It means a lot, okay? So that's the whole thing of timing your sleep, because this is the restorative time. This is the time that Sean Stevenson, he wrote this book called Sleep Smarter, really good book, by the way. It's the book that I read as I got ready for the sleep chapter. I read another one, can't remember the name of it, but I read another one. But understanding sleep and being able to dial it in, it's just available for all of us. It's just a decision to go to bed a little bit earlier. That's it. And when we do, it doesn't have to cost you a fortune. You don't have to do anything. Just change the way you sleep. Don't dismiss this. This is huge. And it fixes a lot of things that might be a problem for you right now. So there's this phenomenon though, and you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about, called the second wind. And this is when we're up past, a certain point. It's like around 10:30. All of a sudden we start to feel a little bit more energized, and we're saying, hey, maybe I'm not as tired as I used to, as I was feeling just an hour ago. I know this one for fact because I felt it. And, living with somebody who is a self-proclaimed Night owl has been a difficult thing to change because, if you are sharing a room with somebody, in a bed especially, what happens when you're on different sleep cycles. They come in and it's time to brush their teeth and all of that, and they wake you up, right in the supreme part of your sleep cycle. You don't want to be disturbed from 10 to 2. This is when, this is like you're doubling down on your sleep almost. So this is where, all the metabolic cleanup is being done. This is when you're starting to dump those toxins. You're doing the repair and the restorative work that your body needs, so that in the hours between 4 and 6, that's when you lose weight. Did you know that? Isn't that weird? Because your body has a rhythm like everything else. We have a circadian clock, and the circadian clock says, okay, time to maximize these hormones, time to clean up this business over here, time to put this up. Okay, now that we've done all of that, let's get to work on that weight between 4 and 6 a.m. A couple of ounces, maybe a big whoosh. Maybe it's time, and now you've digested and gone through, and those fat cells have finally, collapsed upon themselves, and you've, pooped them out. And then all of a sudden you have this big whoosh. That's why I'm saying, for heaven's sakes, do not judge your weight loss from the scale. Get out the tape measure and give it some time, because sometimes there's a little work to be done, especially if you've been a night owl, especially if you've been snacking at night, especially if you don't get your hydration in. Yes, they all work together. And today we're talking about sleeping, but that second wind phenomena, that energy should be used instead for you when you're asleep. Because instead of using it for your sleep, it's helping you to scroll through Facebook or, Instagram or whatever it is that, social media of choice. It's helping you to watch more TV, and you're thinking, okay, let's make some popcorn now, right? It's helping you to not make good decisions because you're staying up too late. When you go to bed earlier, the temptations are turned off. You're in bed, you're sleeping, and your body's doing the repair work. This is huge. So what do we need to do then? I've got some other, I'm going to drop some sleep bombs on you. Okay. These are sleep bombs that are going to make your eyeballs stick out of your head and make you start weeping uncontrollably. Not quite, but I'm going to tell you this is the other book. Dr. Matthew Walker, Why We Sleep. That was another book. And I read that one a while ago, and it was just like, boy, nobody really goes in there and says, this is why sleep is so important. We all get it. We know what it feels like to be sleep deprived. All of us. If you've had a baby, you know, right? Or a puppy, or just some changes or whatever. We all know what it feels like to be sleep deprived. We all know what it feels like to have a good night's sleep. Well, think about that and put that into the equation of what it is to optimize your circadian clock and what it is to optimize your gut health, your brain health, and all the rest of it. So I'm going to throw down some stuff, okay? There are people who have a gene, by the way. They have a gene that allows them to exist unscathed on just 5 hours sleep. Do you want to know how many people, what the population is on that? 1% of the entire population of the world. So maybe you are one of those 1%, but you have a better chance of winning the lottery, okay? So just because you think you can doesn't necessarily mean that you can. And according to statistics, it's highly unlikely. Okay, there you go. There you go. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than you are to have that particular set of genes. The rest of us, this is what we need to function and to have our bodies functioning optimally, okay? Get this, respiratory function declines. We have the ability to exhale carbon dioxide and the ability to inhale oxygen declines. This is why COVID patients were oftentimes told to take melatonin. It helps. I'm not, I need my sleep. Melissa, you do, yes. And if you eat late, Debbie, then you know what you've done? You've determined that digestion is the most important thing. Your body is not going to be doing the restorative work that I just went through. Your body has to do digestion first. Hierarchy of need. Yes, it's bad for you. Yes, and it's robbing you of your health. It's and just wait till you hear what I have to say here. It's robbing you of your health. When you don't get enough sleep, you get physically exhausted faster and your muscle strength declines and the lactic acid builds up. That's why you have aching muscles. You're more prone to injury when you're sleep deprived. And one study shows an increased probability of 60% more likely to get injured on the job or whatever than those who had 5 hours, for those who only had 5 hours versus those who had 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Wow. 60% more chance of getting injured. How about that? And the shorter your sleep cycle, the shorter your life cycle. There's a direct correlation to that. Short sleep predicts all-cause mortality. In other words, those who get 5 hours of sleep or less have 30% higher blood pressure, have higher tobacco use, higher blood glucose, less physical activity, more obesity and overweight, and blah, 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 because they're not sleeping. Obviously, this just all correlates is what the thing is. So sleep is also done on your brain. Did you know that? And there's all those, the amyloids that get into your brain. Well, this is when the cleanup is done. It literally sweeps it out between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. And that is you sweep that out, you're getting rid of Alzheimer's. So is there a correlation? There's sleep studies being done right now. Is there a correlation between Alzheimer's and dementia or dementia, however you want to do this, and sleep night owls? They're doing studies on this right now because that repair work's not being done and it stays in there. So that's really interesting. Cancer, your rates of cancer go up, especially breast cancer and bowel cancer, two great big cancers for women. Your ghrelin and leptin stay broken. Now, you know what ghrelin is. Ghrelin is the one that says we need, yeah, that's right, June. She says if we get proper sleep, we can see those little hinges instead of tripping over them. Absolutely. That's 100% true. It is true. And I put it down to you, and I'm dropping these little truth bombs because I want to challenge you to go to bed earlier. And now if you go to bed at midnight or whatever, and you're just saying, oh, but I'm single, I live alone, going to bed at 10, that's like going to bed, when the sun goes down or whatever. Don't do it tonight, but maybe if you go to bed at midnight, maybe you go to bed at 11:30 tonight. Maybe the next night you go to bed at 11 and you just keep moving it back and start going to bed earlier. Listen, this dog changed me because I'm in bed between 9:30 and 10 every single night. And a couple of nights we were watching something on TV. Let me just tell you, 2 nights in a row, we stayed up a little bit later, 10:30. And then I got to bed and I couldn't quite go to sleep just as quickly as I usually do. Why do you think that was? It was all this. It was all this. And I felt like crap for 3 days in a row. And then last night I told Mark, that's it. We're not doing that anymore. We've got to. You go to bed before the sun. Wow, that's pretty intense. So your ghrelin and leptin is the switch that turns off your appetite and says, hey, you know what? You've had enough. It works with your stretch receptors in your stomach. You've had enough. You're good. You don't need to eat anymore. Have you noticed that when you're tired, you just seem to want more food, or you want a snack, you want to eat more? I have. And it's all of this because your blood, your body chemistry is off because we didn't have repair work done for a while. It stinks. After 20 hours of being awake, you're physically and cognitively impaired as if you're drunk. Come on. That's insane. That's insane. Because we're not getting adequate sleep. Because no one wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to say, oh, well, if I got my 7 hours, it's not just 7 hours. It's going to bed early, 10 p.m. It's getting up, after and waking up refreshed. That's what it is. So here's the thing. I've got for you 8 things that are going to help you. 8 things that are going to help you with this. First of all, preamble, dial back your sleep. You know how to do this, right? You got this? The way that you do it is wherever you are right now, you dial it back and go to bed a half hour earlier. 1-2 nights in a row, whatever, but just make it an intentional practice. You got to get your sleep. You got to feel better. This is what we need to do. And then we're going to go into how this whole thing gets done, because if you want to set a good bedtime and be in bed by 10 p.m. and falling asleep right away, I've got you. I've got everything that you're going to need. Number one, and I think this is a big deal, is get your sunshine daily. You know, when we get sunshine, that activates our cortisol. Now, we think of cortisol as being unhealthy. It's not. We need cortisol. It's what gets us up in the morning. It's when cortisol is upside down. It's when our cortisol is going off at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we're sitting there going, hold on, I'm supposed to be asleep. You want your cortisol to wake you up in the morning. You want to wake up not groggy. You know, you want to have a little bounce in your step. You want to just be able to bounce right out and go to, get out of bed and enjoy yourself. You do. That's what we want to do. And we want to wake up refreshed, not groggy, not like if we've been hit with a 2x4, not like it's like slogging through the day and feeling like we're wearing cement shoes. We don't want that. You know, like give me coffee, all the coffee, that like that. Don't need to. So what we need to do though, is we need to activate the good, healthy cortisol in us. So we get that when we get first awake, and when we go outside, it activates it even more. And then we have a nice, sunshiny, springy first thing in the morning day. So what I do is I take Lincoln down to where the boat launch is on the dock, and we go play in the water. It's good for him. You know, I'm throwing the balls to him. He's out there swimming. It's so cute. And coming back and forth. And then we run up and down on the berm. We do all kinds of stuff. And I'm out there getting some, you can see I've got some tan. I'm outside getting some sun, and he's getting his exercise. It's all good. And this is something that we need to do. It also activates your vitamin D. If you're taking vitamin D and your calcium, magnesium, they all go together. I mean, this is a healthy thing that we're doing for ourselves. So get that sunshine daily, 10 to 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. 2, your gut health is going to give you better sleep. Your gut health. Now, they sometimes call your gut your second brain. And as a matter of fact, I did a webinar years ago on this whole thing. It is fascinating how much, when we say we have that gut feeling or whatever, well, that gut feeling is actually a thought that your gut is helping to produce. It helps you to connect with your brain, your heart, your beautiful self, all of that. I mean, there is a reason why we have feelings like this. It's interesting how that whole thing works. But gut health is everything. And 95% of serotonin, which is, serotonin is one of our good feel-good hormones. Guess where it's produced? 95% of it is produced in the gut. Way more. It's like, how many times more? 400 times more than what your pineal gland is producing for you, which, that is the production place, but it's coming out of your gut. And if you have a leaky gut, guess what? You've got leaky serotonin too. You've got leaky serotonin too, and that is not going to serve you at all. Don't we all want to feel good? We want to feel good. This is how we get it. This is one of the ways that we get it. We have to be working on our leaky guts on a daily basis, and it's not hard. If you're doing the hot melt 30, or you're doing the hot melt sprint right now, which by the way, we're on day 3 of the sprint. You're doing the Target Trifecta smoothie. You're already getting the L-glutamine in. You're already getting the perfect paleo protein in, and the fiber mender. These are all things that help heal your gut. We have to be those women. You have to get on the bone broth every single day. Bone broth, beauty support helps you build your collagen. Collagen helps heal your gut. All of these things. Have you seen how this all cycles together? It's really intense. But here's the thing. A leaky gut, a repaired gut, is a gut that's going to be optimized. Your immune system, 85% of your immune system's in your gut as well. Think about it. It's all connected, Yes, and stress, when we have stress, and Beverly's saying she has enough stress in her life to float a boat. But listen, Beverly, when you have a lot of stress in your life, know that that's affecting your gut health as well. And this is why we're in a battle. We're in a battle every single day over our gut, because if you've ever seen the membrane in a sausage, that is basically, that is intestinal membrane from a pig. It is. That's how they use them. And it is the most accurate depiction of what ours looks like and how easy it is for it to rip and tear. And there's little tiny junctures that are supposed to be closed like this, but they start to spread and they start to open over food, over stress, over inadequate amounts of sleep. We can close them back up, and we just every day, we're in the weeds every single day, every single day, every single day. L-glutamine every single day, perfect paleo protein, fiber bender every day, proactive probiotic every day. All of these things. And the fiber mender is going to feed the good army that's in here, the proactive probiotic. You got prebiotic and probiotic. Those are the soldiers. And then the prebiotics, the food. That's exactly how it works. And that's what you need. We all do. We all do. And if we stay on top of this, start getting the sleep and start dealing with our stress, journaling, breath work, meditation, talking to someone if we need to, and just start dealing with all this stuff and doing all these things nutritionally and getting the sleep, can you imagine how much better are you going to feel? Then there's the Epsom salt bath. Oh my gosh, Epsom salts are cheap. A bathtub that's probably sitting there getting dusty anyway. Can you just fill it up? 4 cups of Epsom salt. 4 cups. Get in there for 20 minutes. Put a little lavender oil in there and let it do its work, because it will bring you down. It will calm you. And the magnesium, you get 20% absorption of magnesium into your skin. Boy, doesn't that make you, you feel good. And listen, if you are one of these people who have twitchy legs or you're kind of muscly or whatever, most of us don't get enough magnesium, 85% of the population. Make sure you're taking our Core 4 that has CalMag in it, and do the Epsom salt bath. And the other thing is, you can find on Amazon this Ease, E-A-S-E, a magnesium lotion. Put that all over your legs. And it feels kind of prickly and weird, but and just wash your hands afterwards. But I promise you, it'll make a big, big difference on your legs. Huge difference. Number 4 is a dark room. If you have ambient light coming in, that turns on you don't shut down. You're turning back on. You're going, oh, okay, there it is. When we lived in Boulder, we had ambient light because we had this one little transom window that we couldn't do a thing about. I kept saying, I'm going to get a can of spray paint and paint it black. But it came in. And I will say, for 2 years, I did not sleep really soundly because of all that light coming in there. I am light sensitive, but we all are. Just pay attention. That's what it is. And even the lights that are on your smoke alarms or carbon monoxide detectors, you can get little black dots right off of Amazon. Just stick it right on that light. You don't need the light on. It doesn't need to be on and shining in your, saying, hey, here I am. If it goes bad, or you've got it written down on your calendar, like, at daylight savings time, you change out your batteries or whatever, you're good. You don't need that light. And that light has a blue glow to it. And that blue light is what keeps you up, and it stimulates. We don't need to be stimulated. We need to go to sleep. So keep it dark in there. If you need to, buy blackout shades like the kind they have in Las Vegas. You need it dark. Number 5, you also need it cool, 65 degrees or less. In the wintertime, we live in the mountains. We turn ours off, and we have a weighted blanket on the bed and everything. And it's fine. It works. It always works is the thing. It will always work. You need to be sleeping in cool temperatures. Then your body understands, oh, it's time to cool down and go to sleep. Kind of like bears, it's your hibernation time. And then a good bed. And I have to tell you, if you've ever had a bed, I've had one of those. I've had one memory foam bed after the other. And I will tell you, they've all just been a huge disappointment. Hot, and they make little canoes. I don't need a canoe for a sleeping arrangement. I don't need to be going into my little scooped canoe. That's not going to work. I got a bed. It's called, at the time it was IntelliBed, but now it's Organics Bed. ORGANIX bed.com. They've got a deal for us. If you go to organicsbed.com/saving dinner, you can find out all about it. But basically, it's got memory foam in it. It's got gel matrix on the top that they use. This is the same stuff that they use for burn patients, so you stay cool. And just it has like a weird combo between firm and soft. It is the most comfortable bed I've ever slept in my life. And when we go anywhere, we are always so happy to get home to our bed because it is that amazing. So if you're in the market for a new bed, please go take a look at it. And plus they give us a great big screaming deal. Sheets, set up, haul away your old bed, the whole 9 yards. And it is the most amazing thing on the planet. The other thing that I have for you is Sleepies. Now, today I am offering for this next 24 hours a great big huge deal on it. Okay, this is Sleepies right here. Go to savingdinner.com/sleep to go get it. All right, this Sleepies, this formulation is everything. It's got everything in it. It's got valerian and GABA and L-tryptophan and chamomile and passion flower, lemon balm. It has a little bit of melatonin, all of the things. Jen, the bed is called Organics Bed, Organics with an X, organicsbed.com/saving dinner. And they'll give you $900 off. Okay. That's a big deal. That is a huge deal. And the bed is worth every single dime. This bed was cheaper than the big expensive memory foam bed that I got, which was just I had to get rid of it. It was so hot. And for any of you who know what I'm talking about as far as sleeping hot, this bed is not like that at all. It's a big deal. So you can buy 3 of these. We will throw the 4th one in for you free. Okay, just this one day only, because I want you to have this. I sleep every single solitary night. One time when we went to Hilton Head, I forgot this and I was absolutely ruined. Yeah, Lizzie takes Sleepies and she uses it every night with InflaCrusher. I do as well. I also take, I also do the Vibrant Detox at night. I have a few things and this is when I take my probiotic. I figure at night, my body's into repair. Here you go. Have some of this. You have a little bit of this, do your thing, body, do your thing. So, and the last thing that I have for you is 0 screens. If you've got a TV in your room, don't turn it on, or even better, take it out. Why do we have TVs in our room? Our bedrooms are meant for 2 things. Can you guess what they are? Sleep and sex, and we're done. That's it. That's all you should be doing in your bedroom. That's it. Offices, no. If there's no other place, then put a bed sheet over it or something. When you go to sleep, you need to have a sanctuary, and it needs to be cool. It needs to be dark. You need to be prepared for bed, and it needs to be early. And thus ends my TED Talk. Thank you for attending my TED Talk, by the way. Sleep is everything. It is everything. And this is so foundational, and it's so simple to do. When I started on all of this and started upgrading my sleep and going to bed earlier, upgrading my bed, upgrading my bedding, upgrading my supplements at night, upgrading all these different things, the difference was night and day. Literally, night and day. So I just want you to keep all of this in mind as you start thinking, I don't have time. This is the only time that I have for myself. This is your health we're talking about. This is your future weight loss that's at stake. This is everything. Foundationally, you need a good night's sleep, and it starts at 10 p.m. every single night. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care, because I do care about you, and I want you to have the best ever, most vibrant life possible, and sleep is foundational. Pinkies up on that one? Do I get some amens? I sure hope so. But there you go. Oh, just wait till you read the chapter. You thought that was tough? The chapter is going to mow you over. It's a rough one. So yes, 4 cups of Epsom salts. Some people even, by the way, some people even add in like another cup of baking soda because it helps to do something to the Epsom salts. I haven't really looked up at that, but Sarah says, speaking as a former night owl, getting enough sleep improves my waking hours. And let me just tell you, I'm a former night owl too. we're bad. We're like ex-smokers. We're happy to tell you why. But that 10 p.m. bedtime is all the things. All the things. You are going to feel like $1,000,000. Everything responds. You will respond. And don't forget, for today, go grab your Sleepies. I have people messaging me right now. My sister just did. My sister, I think you know about her, Lori, that I've told you about, one that I found out about later on in life. Anyway, my sister Lori says, "Hey, I really like that Sleepies. Can I get some?" And for my friends too. She's got friends who want to take this. Float fresh lavender in your bath. Are you kidding me? June, send me some. I want to float fresh lavender in my bath too. That sounds awesome. Yes. Cloud 9. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, Sleepies, buy 3, get another one for free. Go to savingdinner.com/sleep to grab it today only. That's how we roll. I want you to have a good night's sleep. Peace be with you. I will see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.